Hey, slash I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? Well, I'm the beer whisperer for this video, so we're just having one single beer, but it is a big one. It's been in my fridge for a bit. I actually got two of these, but two different vintages, but the same beer. I'll show you here in a second. Back in May for my birthday, I drank one yesterday. Decided I'd finish the other one today. I kind of forgot about them, to be honest with you, because things just kind of get pushed to the back of the beer fridge. Anyways, this is where we're at. See, everything's working right here. So far, so good. Okay, set that down. And let me show you the beer here. So if you're with me last night, you know which one I'm drinking. It's a Bourbon County brand stout. Yesterday I had a 2022 vintage at 14.3%. This is a 2021. Let me show that to you there. And this one's at 14 even. I will tell you something though. When I poured the one yesterday, it poured with a very nice head, but dissipated almost instantly. Now this one, when I poured it initially, that head hung on there long enough for me to get a couple nice pictures. So I wanted to pour just a little bit more on top to give you an idea. It is not necessarily I mean, it does happen when you with bourbon barrel aged beers. The head does dissipate quickly most of the time. This one hung on longer than most. Like I said, the one yesterday poured very nice, but that head went away almost instantaneously. Where this one hung on a little bit, as you can see. Oh wow! This one's a year older than what I had yesterday. That barrel really had taken over, and right off the top, I'm feeling deeper chocolate notes on this one, even though it's aged a year longer. A lot of toffee going on. Oh gosh, that is delicious. Huh, it's interesting. I really did enjoy the one I had yesterday, but I will tell you right away that this one, I don't know, it feels more luxurious, more of a velvety, smooth mouthfeel. I'm getting, again, big malted chocolate notes right away. Don't know what the difference was. Again, that one was aged since 22. This one's got an extra year on it, so I would expect more barrel on this. But I actually felt more barrel on the one yesterday. But the beer itself here just feels, well, it just feels better actually. Yeah, it feels more even. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, feels more even, more balanced, I guess. Because I do get a lot of barrel notes, but it's more intertwined with the other flavors. This one is absolutely gorgeous. And I tend to do my beer and whiskey uh, videos in the same video. It's just do a pairing, but I decided to separate them today because I was going in different directions, I guess. I don't know that this beer would have melded with that particular cocktail or vice versa. And I was having a big whiskey, so I thought, well, let me have that. Then I waited about 3 hours to pop this. And this is a great big beer at 14%. And I will tell you, it is 14%. So you should be aware of the alcohol, right? You should taste something, but it doesn't taste hot or boozy. To me, the word hot or boozy implies that it's off-putting or flawed in some way. So I never use those terms unless it takes away from what the beer should be. So yes, you're going to taste some alcohol. It is 14%, but I don't feel it as hot because I don't feel like the beer is compromised in any way. Ugh. And it may just be my mood today, in all honesty. I was really tired yesterday. I didn't drink as much as I had initially planned on. And just ain't feeling it today. But everything just tastes better today for some reason. Uh, Without beleaguering a point, that's been a tough holiday season for my wife and I. We lost our grandson in November, so the Thanksgiving and Christmas has been rough. So we just didn't do anything. We had friends invite us yesterday, and neither one of us felt like we could be anywhere. And today has been nice to just be the two of us here at home. We didn't do a big Christmas dinner yesterday. I had a turkey breast, so I cooked it up. And we had that to snack on, but we didn't do a big dinner per se. And then today, well, we had that turkey to snack on, but I also had some Dungeness crab legs that we steamed up for lunch. And dinner's just going to be improvised. We'll probably snack on more of that turkey. And I steamed up some potatoes and eggs to make a potato salad. We're also going to do something this New Year's that I don't know that we've ever done, which is go out. Again, we have some very good friends that have really been trying to help, and they invited us to Christmas Eve yesterday. We really wanted to go, but we just couldn't. But then there is he's part of a big New Year's Eve thing at a place here in town that he belongs to, and invited us to that. And we thought about it for a while and decided, you know what, we're gonna say yes and commit ourselves, because if we don't, it's gonna become that last minute and we'll say, okay, we can't go. But if I commit myself, now I know, okay, now I have to go. Now I have to do this, get myself in the right mindset. But thinking back on it, I don't know that we've ever gone out on New Year's Eve, just the two of us. Several years ago, an old friend of mine came to town, or a friend of my wife and I should say. In fact, he was the godfather to our son. This was several years ago now. Came out and hung out with us at our daughter's house for a little bit. Then him and I went out for a couple hours bar hopping. And that was nice. But I don't know that my wife and I have ever done that. So this will be really interesting. I think somebody's asking a question, trying to decipher, did I do sports or boxing in my youth? I didn't box. No, I did wrestle some in junior high school. Also ran track, of course, the little league. But unfortunately, I didn't have much athletic ability. I had the desire, but no. And then I after the age of 12, to be honest with you, I just kind of fell in love with music, and that kind of became my sole focus more so than sports. Although I did follow some professional sports for a very long time, I just have no interest in it anymore, if you want to know the truth. I used to love boxing, and now it's just become a joke. You got folks like Jake Paul making a mockery of boxing. He's mad because somebody didn't stick to the script. But, boxing, there shouldn't be a script. You used to be banned for life for fixing fights, and now it's out in the open. And I think with Sportsbook being accessible to everyone now legally, I mean, I think, I don't know well, let me say this way. I think every sport is compromised now. I'm going to pour the rest of this. I'm going to commit myself to drinking all of this beer because I didn't finish it in one sitting yesterday. I'm going to make myself do it today. This one does pour nice. I got to tell you, it pours much better than the 22 vintage yesterday. Like I said, you poured that and the head just dissipated instantaneously. And this one hangs on there a bit. I'm not sure what the difference is, but the beer just feels more cohesive. I mentioned dark chocolate, malted dark chocolate earlier. Let me also say a whole lot of vanilla. There are some barrel notes, but not as much as not as much as the 22. And it's just enough to hold that sweetness back, right? It's a very sweet, decadent, barrel-aged imperial stout, and it could get cloying, but then you've got those nice barrel notes that just gently dry it up. Whereas the 22, the barrel was more aggressive. But I got to be honest, I'm really enjoying this beer. I've been very hard on the Goose Island products. I don't buy them because, I try not to buy many. I try not to buy much of the big guys. I buy small as much as possible. I buy craft beer. I buy craft whiskey. The one I had yesterday and this one were both gifts for my 60th birthday this year. And like I said, it was in May when I got them, so I had no interest in drinking them in May. So they ended up in the beer fridge and gradually got pushed to the back, so far back that I kind of forgot about both of them until yesterday. And I kind of made the decision on the spot to drink the one yesterday and then drink this one today. Although I grabbed the one randomly, I didn't know what either vintages were. I just grabbed one yesterday, and I didn't know if this one was older or younger or what the vintage was. Turns out it was a year older, 21. So this one's been hanging around for 4 years, getting happy. And I don't know what she tasted like initially. I'm guessing it probably did feel a little hot, but it has mellowed out beautifully in the bottle. And this is one of the very best of the style that I've ever had, or of this brand, let me say it that way. Oh, man, it is just simply delicious. And anybody that knows me knows it's painful for me to say that. I hate to be complimentary of AB InBev products, but this really is good. My issue with this particular brand is I do feel like they are overpriced. I feel like they're overhyped, which is what AB InBev does well. They know how to, hype a product up, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're making a great product. And I feel like the quality of the Bourbon County has been compromised over the years, and it hasn't had the consistency that it should have, in my opinion. And also that there are others out there. There are small craft distilleries doing bourbon barrel aged imperial stouts, and in my opinion, doing it much better consistently. So having said that, yeah, I got to tell you, this one is absolutely brilliant. I don't think I bought any back in 21. Although I do have some gems still hidden in the back of the beer fridge, I'm going to gradually pull out. There was a different beer I was going to have today, and then I made the decision yesterday to just drink the 2 Bourbon Counties. I've got a beer that I bought last year when my wife and I were in Ohio from Jackie O's brewery. And it's a cherry cordial imperial stout. And I bought it in a 4-pack. I drank 3 of them, but I saved 1 for this year. So that was going to be my Christmas beer, but see, I didn't get around to it. So, there's still plenty of time left, I guess. I guess I could get to it later today, but probably not. And since I've already had told you that we're going out for New Year's, it's not likely it'll happen on New Year's. I got to be honest with you, this might be if this is the best experience of Bourbon County brand stout in recent memory. I'm really enjoying this one, and I really liked the one yesterday, to be honest with you. But But this one really fits me better, fits what I'm looking for in the style. But the other was good, had big barrel notes. I feel like the barrel kind of had taken over the beer. But this one is so cohesive. The mouthfeel is so luxurious, velvety smooth. It is just pleasant to drink. How about that? How about that, man? Oh, you must have joined me late, so I will tell you what I'm drinking here, Chloe. I'm having the 2021 Bourbon County brand stout. This was a gift for my birthday earlier this year when I turned 60. I had a 22 vintage and a 21 vintage. I really didn't pay attention to it at the time. I drank the 22 vintage yesterday, decided I was going to finish this one off today, and I'm glad I did. They've been sitting in that poor beer fridge for a while. The person that gave it to me had been hanging on to them for a while, and then they came to me, and I sat on to them for a few months because I didn't really want an imperial stout in May, but now, wow, this is the perfect time for it, even though it is unseasonably warm here. Actually, having said that, it's probably the same temperature now than it was than it was back in May that I said it was too hot for. Nevertheless, it just the timing felt right to go ahead and drink this one. Oh, man, this is absolutely delicious. It really is. I mentioned a lot of malted dark chocolate, mentioned vanilla. Certainly you'll find some toffee notes in there. The barrel is much more subdued on this one than than the 22 I had yesterday, but it is there. It just feels lighter. So you're going to get that oak, a little bit of spice, but it's just enough to keep it from getting cloying. Oh, mercy, Percy. Well, it was nice to have 2 days off in a row. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Then I go on a 5-day run. Then I've got New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. Jason says, ho, ho, ho. Right back at you. Merry Christmas to everybody out there that celebrates. If you celebrate something else, well, happy holidays to you. Merry Festivus, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, Merry Solstice, or whatever it is you celebrate. Oh, I don't care. I don't judge. I don't judge. Well, we all ought to have the right to celebrate whatever holiday we choose to, the way we choose to do it. So anyways, having said that, I will wrap this up. This one really is delicious. I want to show you that bottle one more time, though, just so you know I'm not pulling your leg. I'll show you that vintage. This is 2021. This one's at 14% even. The 22 is at 14.3. I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and boy, that was delicious. All around good guys, don't you?